Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a lot of different things in one. It's going to be another reviving old palettes video. I'm going to use two palettes today, the Persona Identity 2 and the Dose of Colors Marvelous Mauves. I'm also going to talk about my makeup low buy monthly update. And I'm also trying to create a look kind of based on the new Natasha Denona retro palette. I've been looking through my collection for the last few days for similar colors, trying to shop my stash to resist buying the palette, at least for now. I definitely want to get it at some point, but I have a lot of palettes and I definitely don't need it. And so I might as well, wait for a sale or something. So I want to use this purple shade. And then I thought that the Marvelous Mauves would be a good option. So yeah, I was looking through a lot of my collection and a lot of the things that I had were a little too purple. Like I tried to create a look with the Juvia's Place The Berries palette and it turned out, it was pretty, I really liked it, but it looked too purple, whereas the retro palette is more mauve. So gonna be trying all of that in this video. If you want to see my low buy intro from the beginning of the year, I will link that, and those updates are in the makeup and consumerism playlist. And then I have a reviving old palettes playlist. So yeah, let's just get started. I even painted my nails and I'm wearing this shirt to kind of match the retro mauve theme. So starting out with this shade, I really like these 5-pan palettes from Dose of Colors. I have two others and I think they are really, really good. They are more on the powdery side, but I think they blend out really well. I'm a really big fan. I do usually combine them with other palettes just because I like shimmers. I do all matte looks sometimes with them, but for the most part, I like my metallic shades. And a few people actually did request that I do some videos in this series where I'm combining two different palettes together. So I thought this would be perfect, even though I do love both of these palettes on their own. And yeah, wow, that shade matches my shirt really, really well. So, all right, so far I'm into this. I think I'm just gonna go across the shades in the palette and darken them up. Oh, there's a brush hair on my eye. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, that one's not that much darker than the other one. All right, let's go on to this one. I'm gonna try to do the eyeshadow. Last time I did one of these where I also talked about my makeup low buy, I had a difficult time multitasking, but I will get to that. Let us know, did you get the Natasha Denona retro palette? I've seen some videos on it already. It looks beautiful. Yeah, it's a mauve palette, but it looks pretty. And I know I love the Natasha Denona formula, and so as far as my low buy, I can buy 8 eyeshadow palettes for the year. And currently I've bought 4 out of the 8, which, some people may think, 8 is a lot, but for me, compared to what I bought in previous years, it's definitely a lot less. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. But so 4 palettes left for the year that I could purchase. And I really want the retro. I want the Utopian Dream by Pat McGrath. I still want to try more indie brands like Kaleidos and Odin's Eye. So I don't know. I'm not, having a hard time deciding. And so I'm just waiting. Gonna wait and see how it goes. I have plenty of palettes. I feel like I can dupe what I want for now. I did also just get 2 palettes in PR that I will be talking about in a video, probably in the next week. So that has added to my collection. I don't get a lot of PR, but I have gotten a few palettes in PR this year. So yeah, I'm just trying to, control my spending, particularly eyeshadow palettes, because that's what I have a lot of. Let's go with this shade Empowered from the Persona Identity 2. This purple is so pretty. I think it's my favorite shade in this palette. I really like it. I'm gonna just first apply it on its own, and then I'll see if I want to wet the brush. Honestly, these metallics, I usually don't even spray my brush when I use this palette. Sometimes I do, but It's definitely not necessary. Such a beautiful shade. So as far as what I bought for the low buy this month, I just posted a haul. So I'm not going to talk about all the products in detail. So check out the haul video if you do want to see what I got. I got a decent amount of complexion products because I have finished up some foundations and primers and concealers in the last couple months. So that is what I purchased. I got some stuff from Believe Beauty. And yeah, I mean, I feel like it was very, you know, well controlled. And it was things, I bought things that everything was in the means of my low buy, which check out that intro if you want to see. It's exactly about the number of products that I buy. It's not necessarily a budget or anything. Yeah, everything I got was within the means of the low buy, and I'm really happy with it. I'm glad that I got some complexion products because I don't have that many of those. Whereas, you know, like highlighters and blushes and eyeshadow palettes, I just have tons of. I don't own that many foundations or concealers. So yeah, I think it was nice to try something different, and I feel like I didn't go overboard. And the stuff I bought from Sephora, I actually used one of those $100 Rouge rewards. So I like experimenting with complexion products. I like trying different things. And I'm happy that I don't have a crazy amount of those. If you've seen my makeup inventory, you know, I don't have that many of those, but I do have a lot of eyeshadow and also, you know, a decent amount of blush. Lip products, I've really decreased those. And I've only bought 2 lip products this year. Yeah, I bought 2 lip glosses. Pretty happy with that, not gonna lie. I actually think I want to add this purple in the outer corner just to kind of deepen this up a little bit more. I mean, so if you have the retro palette or if you've seen it, I guess let me know. Is this similar? I don't know. From what I've seen, it kind of, I think. I mean, I think this is, you could definitely say this look is inspired. And yeah, I do think, like I said, I want to get that palette at some point, but I mean, I can buy 4 palettes left for the year, and I just truly don't know. I keep posting on Instagram different palettes that I want. So I'm just going to keep waiting. Got plenty of eyeshadow. I think that's one of the best things about the low buy is I'm really thinking about my purchases and I'm not making impulse purchases. That is where I always get in trouble. Impulse purchasing. If I wait, a lot of times I'll discover I lose interest in something, and that's something I've talked about a lot in my different, I have a bunch of different low buy like tips videos. Those, like I said, they're in the makeup and consumerism playlist. And yeah, waiting really helps. And also like with sales, like also try not to impulse purchase during sales. I only get things that I've been wanting. For example, I want the Utopian Dream palette from Pat McGrath, and she just had an end of summer sale on her website. That was excluded. And I was like, oh, maybe I should buy something else. No, no, and no. I don't want anything else. I mean, sure, I could buy tons of stuff from Pat McGrath, but the one thing I really want is that palette. So I was like, I'm not gonna impulse purchase something else just because it's a sale. If I'm gonna buy something on sale, it's gonna be something that I've been wanting. So for example, like maybe at the Sephora VIB sale or something, I'll get one of the Natasha Denona palettes that I've been wanting or something like that. So I think that's really, really important. Shopping sales, I just strongly recommend buying things that you've been wanting, not just shopping, you know, because it's on sale. But that's how they get us. That's how they get us. So I feel like this looks really messy right now, but hopefully, you know, it'll come together. I do like that purple I put in the outer corner though. I think that looks nice. I'm blending this out with that first light shade from the Dose of Colors palette. So yeah, okay. I need to clean up the fallout, and then again, I'll decide if I'm gonna do winged liner. I never know if I'm gonna do that, you know, until right before, and I'll be back. I decided to do winged liner. I feel like it goes with the look. This eye got a little patchy, but it's fine. My makeup is never perfect, and that is okay. I put on the AOA No Pore Primer, and then I'm gonna use this AOA Pro Wear Foundation. I really like that. Those are both in Project Pans, and yeah, I'm gonna go for a bit more full coverage look today. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is this look inspired by the retro palette? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I tried, but I feel like out of the different looks that I've done, like I said, I posted some on Instagram. I think this one's the closest. But yeah, I just think as far as the low buy, I think it's good that I'm waiting, not making impulse purchases. You know, I'm not on a total no buy because I want to try new things. And obviously, like, makeup and my channel are, you know, my hobby. So it's just something I enjoy, but I don't want to go overboard, and I want to use the makeup I already have. That's what I've learned is when I buy a bunch of stuff, I can't even use it all, and I can't even use the other products that I own. So yeah, that's just what I've noticed. Concealer, same as usual. I've been combining these. I use the Believe Beauty one in several of these videos, and I like that concealer a lot. It's really good. Very, very happy that I purchased it. Yeah, and like I said, I have finished some concealers in the last few months, so it is fun to try some new complexion products. I do like that. So yeah, combining these two, I mean, these are both pretty full coverage. I combine them together because the CoverGirl is too light. I'm gonna set my face with the Charlotte Tilbury powder. I decided to put away the pure powder because I was working on 2 different powders in Project Pans, and this is in the Graveyard Project, which ends end of October. So I was like, I should just, instead of alternating powders, I need to just focus on one. And the more I use this powder, I like it. I just don't know that it's, you know, like worth the price tag. I think maybe this is something I would consider repurchasing like on sale. But yeah, $45 for a face powder. I don't know. I guess I don't really think it's that unique of a formula or anything, but I like it. Under eyes, as usual. Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. And I ended up decluttering some makeup this month to my mom because she wanted to try out some makeup, and she had me kind of like teach her how to do makeup, which I am not a professional. I only like know how to do makeup on myself. So I actually did a lot of research on how to do makeup on more mature skin. I watched a bunch of mature skin tutorials because yeah, my mom is in her 60s, and I have to say it worked out really well. She really liked it, and I did really simple stuff because she hardly wears any makeup, so she didn't obviously want to do anything complicated. And I ended up giving her some stuff, and I also bought her a couple things. Like I bought her a mascara and a lip gloss and a brow pencil because she has much lighter hair. She's a natural blonde, so I couldn't give her any of my brow products. Obviously, that would not have worked. But yeah, her skin tone's similar. So as far as like concealer, I gave her the Jouer concealer, and yeah, I think she liked it. And like I said, though, I was nervous. I had to really research because I barely know how to do makeup on myself, let alone other people. A little contouring with the Charlotte Tilbury. I like this shade a lot. And I think I'm gonna do same bronzer. I know I do use a lot of the same products because I'm working on them in Project Pans. The Colourpop bronzer. I really do enjoy this though, but it's gonna take me a really long time to finish it, but it's fine. I don't mind. I haven't bought much for bronzers. I'm trying to think, have I bought a bronzer yet this year? I don't think, oh, I bought cream bronzers, yes. So I'm not using any cream bronzers today, but I bought the e.l.f. one and the Fenty one. I showed those in the haul. And actually I like them, I do. I'm excited to try something a little bit different. I've been much more into cream products this year than in the past. Milani Tea Rose blush. This is something I'm counting usage on for the Graveyard Project pan. I really like this. I think this is like, I mean, it's probably one of my favorite blushes in my collection. Definitely one of the best drugstore blushes. As far as drugstore blushes, I like this and the e.l.f. primer infused blush. Those are really, really good. Highlighter, I'm going to use this one from the Becca Khloe palette. Let's see. It's just a champagne highlighter. Nothing super unique, but I really like the formula on this palette. I think it's really, really nice. Have we heard, because they said September is when Becca is closing down. Last I saw, they still have products in Sephora and Ulta. I'm assuming they're trying to get rid of whatever stock that they may have left, I guess. That's my thought. Okay, Hourglass finishing powders. There we go. Yeah, something else that I've been kind of waiting for, that I've been thinking about, is also Black Friday sales and holiday sales, but so that's kind of why I'm also waiting to buy palettes for now. Is if I'm gonna get them, I might as well, you know, get them on sale since I don't have an urgent need to purchase any eyeshadow right now. So, wow, okay, I just spilled a bunch of this Bare Minerals powder. It's fine, I also got like purple eyeshadow on my floor, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of cleaning. Okay, lower lash line. Let's go back into this one, this shade. That's pretty. That's a good color. Okay, I added a tiny bit of this one too, so. I really like this Dose of Colors palette, and I have to say, yeah, I do feel like I want to make this very smoky. I kind of feel like these are similar to colors from the Retro palette, but again, I don't know. You never know. Sometimes things seem similar. Like sometimes people are like, oh, you have this palette, it seems like this other palette. But to me, they seem very different. Like if I do a look with them, they seem very different. I don't know. We'll see. Hard to tell. Okay, so I'm gonna do brows, mascara, and I'll be back. Here we are, final look, and I have to say I actually really, really like how this turned out. So I put on mascara, I did some black eyeliner in the waterline, and the lip product that I'm wearing, I really like these, by the way. These are the AOA Studio Velvet Lips in the shade Arya, which is this mauve purple. So these are what they say, velvet lips. They are liquid lipsticks, but they're very velvety. As you can tell, they're a bit shiny. They're not super matte, but they're not like a runny glow. Wow, oh my gosh, this looks exactly like my nail color. Wow, okay. Distraction, but I love this shade. So gotta say, I really like the makeup look. I feel like maybe I did do a bit of a dupe of the Retro palette. This shade is really pretty. The Marvelous Mauves. I mean, man, this used to be really talked about on YouTube. I feel like I have a good tip going in this eyeshadow. Well, you can't tell, but maybe I could hit pan on that at some point. Anyway. Oh, okay, one other unrelated. I know I'm talking about so many different things in this video, but I want to talk about very briefly a little skincare update, just because I did just post that haul and I bought a lot of Good Molecules skincare. I filmed that video a little over a week ago, and since then I did two things. I got a skin evaluation at a medical spa, and also I did an online dermatology consult. And so it turns out this hyperpigmentation that I've been mentioning, it's very light, but it is melasma, which makes sense why I've been trying all of these over-the-counter treatments for it and it hasn't fully gone away, because yes, it is melasma, which surprised me, but it's very early kind of melasma. It's not super intense. I mean, some people have like intense melasma, very, very dark. So I got prescription hydroquinone, I can't say that, and also prescription tretinoin. So I'm really excited to be trying that. I've only tried it like in the last week, obviously. So yeah, I'll update on that. But yeah, I'm really excited to switch to tretinoin though. I've been talking about that for a while. I've been using retinol for a long time, like almost 10 years for, you know, anti-aging purposes. And I finally decided to go on to tretinoin because I'm like, I'm getting older, you know, want to keep the wrinkles at bay as much as possible without doing any procedures, because that's something just for myself, it's not something I want to do. So yes, so I will be starting that. And I did this online apostrophe. Have you guys ever heard of that? I'm not sponsored or anything, obviously. I just literally Googled this and found it. It is an online dermatology consult, and you upload pictures of your face and whatever. And yeah, a dermatologist messages you back and then they can prescribe you medication. I think it's pretty cool. And the consult was only $5 because they had a coupon. And the reason I went with that is that, yeah, I mean, I could go to a dermatologist in person, but my copay would probably be like $200. And I'm like, for something cosmetic, like retinol, you know, a little bit of hyperpigmentation, that just is like not something I wanted to spend my money on. So yeah, I did that anyway. So yes, so I am starting tretinoin and hydroquinone, and apparently I have melasma. So that is it. I know I talked about so many things in this video, the low buy update, the retro palette, but I really like the look. Let us know what you think. Did you get the retro palette? Are you getting it? Like I said, I still do want to get it, but I want to wait for a sale. Same with Utopian Dream. Really, really want that palette too. But I'm proud of myself that I'm showing some restraint. I'm not making impulse purchases. I've still only purchased 4 palettes for the year. Like I said, I have gotten, I think, 3 palettes in PR, but yeah, and video coming probably next week with some of those. So that is it for this video. I know that was a lot. If you want to see the other reviving old palettes videos, I have a playlist for that. Low buy videos are in the makeup and consumerism playlist. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.